Welcome one, welcome all, it's NK Surge. I know. You don't need to tell me. I know. I need to make a lot more content. I need to put out a lot more content. I know. Trust me. These are things I know. It's just this thing inside of my skull just always tells me I'm not good enough. Anyway, you know what is good enough and what is honestly way better than good enough? The Sonic 2 movie. Wow, that was a fantastic movie. It was a very enjoyable experience. I got to see it with Kachuga and with Uni. We all went. Day of release, early bird thingy. It was amazing. Would have been a lot enjoyable if people had not been spoiling the movie afterwards. Like seriously, a couple hours after we came out of the movie, everyone was already spoiling spoilers for Sonic 2 in case you haven't seen it. Everyone was already spoiling that Shadow was in here. Everyone was already spoiling that Super Sonic was in here. It's like, come on. That they put out a video like saying, "Hey guys, please don't spoil." Like, really? You guys couldn't wait at least 24 hours. You guys are fucking assholes. But whatever. I am here to talk about the spoilers. So again, if you haven't seen the movie, I've already brought up some of the spoilers. You should most likely go and watch the movie before watching this. If you don't really care, if you've already seen all the spoilers, haven't seen the movie yet, still recommend watching the movie. Cannot stop recommending it enough. It's a really good movie. It's a really good movie. I know a lot of people have some complaints with like the human scenes and stuff like that, but there wasn't that many human scenes. The dance fight, I thought it was cute. It's still a kid's movie. At the end of the day, it's a kid's movie, guys. There needs to be stuff for kids. So the dance off was clearly something like that. The wedding was amazing. If you didn't like the wedding, I'm sorry. That was amazing. That scene was actually really funny. I love that scene. I love the whole everyone coming out as gun agents. Like, GUN is something that rarely gets used in the games. Like, I think I'm pretty sure it got introduced in SA2, and then we didn't see it again until like Shadow the Hedgehog, and then that's it. There's no more GUN. I think pretty sure it only showed up in 2 games. But speaking of that, we are, now that Gun's been introduced, now that the post-credits scene showed off Shadow, we know that Sonic 3, the next movie, is most likely gonna adapt Sonic Adventure 2. And I have a couple of gripes with that. Obviously, I understand why we're going with Shadow and Sonic Adventure 2. Sonic Adventure 2 has always been praised as one of the best Sonic games, if not the best Sonic game. From stellar music, from a pretty good story in general, the whole Maria and Space Colony arc. Can't wait to see that adapted into the film, honestly. It's gonna be interesting watching a 10-year-old get shot. How old is Maria? She is 12. Okay, 12, sorry. It's gonna be interesting watching a 12-year-old get shot on screen. For the 4th time? Yamero! やめろ私はただ止めたかっただけなんだ Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic X, Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, the 4th time, because then we're going to see it in the movie. They have to. They absolutely have to put Maria getting shot like they don't have to put her getting shot, but it has to be implied that she's getting shot, you know? That's just like, it's like one of the, or at least they have to imply that she got killed in front of him. It's still dark, it still doesn't really work for a kid's movie, but it kind of has to happen. That is Shadow's story. So I'm pretty excited for that. But there's just so much more that could happen since this movie adapted Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That's what this movie adapted. If you're out there saying that this movie adapted Sonic Adventure, go and give it another watch, because I don't think we saw the same movie. I've heard a couple of people saying like, oh, I know, There was a couple of things from Sonic. No, there wasn't. No, if you're saying the temple where the Master Emerald was kind of like a Sonic Adventure reference, you didn't play Sonic 3. And that's fine. You don't have to play every single Sonic game to be a Sonic fan. That's fine, but just it's not. There is a temple that contains the Master Emerald in Sonic Adventure 3. Yeah, and then it goes into Sky Sanctuary. Yeah, then it goes into Sky Sanctuary. But yeah. There's also this video is gonna be very rambly, very like rant. I have all my thoughts on the doc. I usually have an actual script, but I've been seeing how I do without like going off script, just seeing how I do, like kind of rambling, kind of ranting. So let's see how this video turns out. Also, once again, if this video kind of looks like the other one in the sense that it's kind of blurry, kind of like, whoa, what is going on there? It's because I have to record it in the same way because my Streamlabs is being a little bitch. And I hope it's only being a little bitch when recording and not with streaming. We'll see how streaming goes after I finish recording this. But yeah, real quick, Shadow is the right play. Shadow is the right play due to marketing, due to popularity. Like he is the right play. It hurts that a character like Chaos is getting shafted due to Chaos and Sonic having this dynamic of, in essence, being the same thing, just with opposite ideologies. Shadow and Sonic are two different characters. Chaos and Sonic, at least the way that Sonic Adventure is trying to set it up, is that these two are pretty much the same, just that they have opposite ideologies. We see this the best. Well, first off, the song "Open Your Heart" goes into that. Like, it really says that, like, quite clearly. But also towards the end of the game, once you unlock Final Story Super Sonic, that's where you can really tell Chaos uses the negative energy of all the negative energy from the Chaos Emeralds to achieve his perfect form, while Sonic uses the positive energy of the Chaos Emeralds, letting him achieve Super Sonic. There is a form that Sonic goes into when he uses the negative emotions of the Chaos Emerald. We've only seen it once, and it was in Sonic X, so it's not really canon, but it's there. Like, it can happen. Like, that's pretty much what happened. So it does suck, and then we're also sidelining Metal Sonic, but I have a couple of things I want to say about Metal Sonic. Because a little bit after the movie came out, we got some news that there's going to be a Knuckles the Echidna spin-off show for Paramount Plus. And it hit me. Knuckles has fought Metal a couple of times. Not Metal, but he has fought Mecha Sonic, and I think that's what they're going to do with the Knuckles the Echidna show. Where's my notes? Okay. So, the villains that I think that are going to be, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be Sonic 2 and then the Knuckles show and then Sonic 3. So I think the villains for that are going to be prototypes for Metal Sonic. Starting off with something simple like Silver Sonic, and then going on to Mecha Sonic from the Death Egg, which is also called Silver Sonic. It's weird, but whatever. And then finally finishing it off with Mecha Sonic, the Mecha Sonic that a lot of people know and a lot of people genuinely prefer over Metal Sonic. I think it'd be pretty cool if Mecha actually acquires the Master Emerald and sucks the power up off it, becoming Super Mecha, just like the fight with he has with Knuckles. I think you can also do that fight with Sonic, but to me it's just more memorable to say that it was with Knuckles. So I think that's what we're going to see in the Knuckles show. At least that's what I hope. They can also introduce the Chaotix in the Knuckles show, since I believe Knuckles' first and possibly only spin-off game is Knuckles Chaotix, where Vector, Charmy, Espio, Mighty, Bomb, and Heavy get introduced. I don't think we'll see Mighty. I don't think we see Bomb or Heavy, but I do think we will see the Chaotix, and that all goes into a theory, well, not a theory, a post that I saw on Tumblr that Uni actually showed it. I'm gonna be referencing Uni a couple of times because she's been sending me a lot of stuff from Tumblr. I'm not on Tumblr, but she is, and she's been sending me a lot of stuff from there. And one of the things was people saying that, like, oh, someone was saying that I hope it's a trilogy or maybe 4 movies, just so that they don't turn like soulless cash grabs like the Marvel movies. Their words, not mine. Don't come after me. But with that in mind, I was thinking that maybe the 4th movie could be an adaptation of Heroes. And I think that'll be pretty cool going on to this. But yeah, Chaotix could get introduced in the Knuckles show, and if they are trying to do a Heroes adaptation, that's Team Sonic and Team Chaotix already done. And in the next movie, Sonic 3, I'm kind of hoping they'll introduce Team Dark. Maybe not like the entire Team Dark, since Gamma literally shows up in Heroes. That is his first appearance. But maybe they'll introduce Rouge, and that's what I really want. I really want Rouge to be introduced in the next film, especially if they are trying to adapt SA2. And here's a really good way to bring Metal Sonic into the mix. Have him as the post-credit scene for Sonic 3. Maybe it's just a computer, like a computer with like red dots that look like, you'll see what I'm talking about. But that look like Metal's eyes, like on a screen or something, and it says like MS, and it's recording the fight that Sonic and Shadow will have, you know, because that's what Metal does. He observes. At least that's how they put him in Heroes. In Heroes, that's what he does, and if they're adapting Sonic Heroes, then that's a good way to set it up. But regularly, he's just a Sonic clone. He's just as fast as Sonic.
You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you, since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
He's just as cool as Sonic. He's better than Sonic. Why are you here? Why aren't you Metal Sonic? Fuck you. But yeah, I think that'd be a really good way to introduce Metal. We would have already seen, like, if we're trying to set up like every movie, like growing on it and stuff like that, then a good way to set it up is like we already have the Metal Sonic stuff, like the prototypes for that with the Knuckles show, and then by film 3, the Shadow one, we'll most likely already have Team Dark, Team Sonic, and Team Chaotix, if Team Chaotix gets introduced in the Knuckles show, of course. Skipping Adventure 1, though. That's one of my biggest gripes, the fact that it seems that we are skipping Sonic Adventure 1. It seems like we're really not gonna be adapting that. And it sucks, because I love Chaos. I genuinely think Chaos deserves a lot more love than the love that Sega has given him. Like, come on, they brought him in for Forces just for him to be a cutscene. Like, that is dumb. Like, I'm glad what fans have done. They've made him an actual boss fight now and stuff. But it's just so annoying that Sega is just ignoring Chaos and like Tikal. Like, I was telling Uni when we were like actually watching the movie, I thought that maybe there was gonna be a Tikal reference, like maybe an orange glowing dot like rolling around trying to like talk to Knuckles or something, and like Knuckles just swatting it away or something. And she said that it would have been cool if we had seen like a water tentacle or something like that, like an Easter egg for Chaos, an Easter egg for Tikal, but we didn't see any of that. Any of the murals that we saw for the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emerald and all that stuff didn't have any references to Chaos, which is fine. They are doing their whole story with like the Guardians of the Emeralds, how there needs to be new heroes and stuff. So like they are doing doing cool stuff. With that, they're doing their own original stuff. So it makes sense why they're ignoring the adventure stuff, because adventure goes into the backstory of the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emerald, and they're adding their own story to that. Then it makes sense why they would skip Adventure 1. It still makes me sad because just Perfect Chaos versus Supersonic is just such a satisfying ending for that game. And speaking of Perfect Chaos, though, going back to the next movie, like talking about Sonic 3, are we gonna see Space Colony arc? We need to see Maria. We need to see like Shadow's backstory in Maria. You know, it's not me. That's how Sonic's written. Every time Shadow's story has been introduced via comics, via video games, via anime, it's always with Maria. It has to be Maria. So it's not me. I'm sorry. I don't want a 12-year-old being shot on the big screen for in a kids movie. All right, but it feels like it's something that needs to happen. But Space Colony arc, is the Colony arc gonna be up in space? Because they could easily adapt it into being like an underwater fortress or just a secret island in the middle of nowhere. Just like they didn't add Angel Island with the Master Emerald, they can change what the space and what the Colony arc is. But the question is, Bio-Lizard. Are we gonna get to see the Bio-Lizard? Because the Bio-Lizard sort of comes included with Shadow. Shadow is the ultimate life form, but the Bio-Lizard is the prototype of the ultimate life form. So that's a really interesting question. And before I keep ranting and just like rambling around, Amy Rose, where is she? Like, she can be introduced in the Knuckles show. I generally don't feel like that'd be a good place to introduce her. I generally feel like it'd be a better place to introduce her. It would have been a good place to introduce her in a Sonic CD film adaptation with Metal Sonic, you know, since that's how they were introduced. But we're not getting that, so we're getting Adventure next. So are we gonna get another spin-off before the third movie that introduces Amy to the mix? Or are we just not getting Amy? Is she needed? Is the question. Some people might already be typing in the comments like, whoa, what are you on about? What do you mean is Amy needed? Of course, female representation is always needed. Representation of all kinds is needed. I'm not saying that like, oh, girl bad. No, but do we really need Amy? I previously, earlier I said something about a Sonic Heroes movie adaptation. Do we need Team Rose? And Heroes, did Team Rose do anything that any of the other teams couldn't have done? If I remember correctly, all they did was come with like an emerald or two out of the 7 Chaos Emeralds. You could just give an extra emerald to Team Chaotic and an extra emerald to Team Dark, or an extra emerald to Team Sonic. Like, that doesn't really change. Amy, Cream, and Big don't really matter in the context of the story. And there we go. Big, he's introduced in Adventure, and we're sort of skipping Adventure. So I really don't think that we're going to be seeing Team Rose. The question is, are we going to be seeing Amy, and are we going to be seeing Rouge? Because I would prefer Rouge over Amy if we only get one. I've seen some people point out that sometimes in movie adaptations and stuff like that, they'll grab 2 characters and combine them into one. And I really hope that's not the case for Amy and Rouge. If you guys only get to get one, I'd say go with Rouge. Like Shadow, she's the more popular out of the 2. Well, that may be wrong, but I feel like she's the most popular of the 2. And she's a bit more important to the story. She's a gun agent. She works as a double agent during the events of SA2. Like, Rouge does so much more for the story than Amy. That's just genuinely how I think. But yeah, like, it's hard to say if we're gonna get Amy or if we're not gonna get Amy, because it's like, if we're being honest, Amy's character doesn't do much for the games. Even in Sonic Adventure 1, she feels more like her story her story's good, but like, she takes a backseat in SA2, And the only thing she really does in that game is convince Shadow, like, hey, I don't think Maria wanted you to kill everyone. I think Maria wanted you to do the opposite. I think she wanted you to save everyone. And Shadow's like, oh shit! But, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. We might need Amy just for that scene in particular. But if that's the case, like, we could give that scene to someone else. There's all these human characters that, as much as some of you might want, they're not gonna disappear. We're gonna, like, I forgot his name. The dude, the Donut Lord. Last thing that Uni sent me from Tumblr was this thing saying that what if for 50 years his family has been protecting Green Hill. Project Shadow happened 50 years ago. So what if his great grandpa or his grandpa? It's been 50 years. It shouldn't be that long. What if his grandpa was the person who killed Maria, and now Donut Lord is the one that has the conversation with Shadow, like he comes up to him and like gives him a talk, like, I don't think this is what Maria would have wanted, and Shadow's like, what the fuck would you know? Like, it's your family's fault that Maria's dead or something like that, and then they have a conversation like that. So like that role for SA2, that Amy has that one big role that she has in that game, could easily be given to one of the human characters, or even like they could even give it to Ruth. Like that role that she has in that one game, in this one game that's getting adapted for the next movie, is not an important role that only she can fulfill. So that's what I'm saying. Like, are we even gonna get Amy? I think that's pretty much all I really want to talk about the franchise of the Sonic movie franchise. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about Metal Sonic possibly being the big bad for Sonic 4. What do you guys think about the Knuckles show possibly introducing Chaotix and the Mecha Sonic, the prototype for Metal? There's just so much to talk about, and I generally want to talk to you guys about that. You can find me whenever I'm streaming. I know I don't stream as often as I should and as I want to. It's just, again, the thing in here just doesn't leave me alone. But yeah, love you all. Have a great day, and please let me know what you think about. And if you're new here, just go ahead and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.